Disclaimer. This script is 100% human-made. I do not support the use of generative AI to replace human creativity. Bearing this in mind, I am human and am prone to error. Please forgive me if I make any mistakes or leave anything important out, and feel free to reach out and correct me. This video covers the formation of Tally Hall and their activity leading up to the release of their first studio album. Sometime around 2000 to 2001, while attending Andover High School in Michigan, a person named Rob Cantor formed a band called Listed Black, which featured Zubin Seji, Zach Krassman, and a person known as BJ. This is the earliest form of the band known as Tally Hall. As a general overview, Tally Hall is an American rock band known for their experimental style and distinct colourful ties worn on stage. They released 2 studio albums in 2005 and 2010, and according to their fan-made wiki, Tally Hallmanac, they are still active as a band, which is certainly an interesting way to put it, considering they've been on hiatus since 2011, and I believe that third album is probably not going to happen, considering their controversies, which will hopefully be the focus of another video in the future. Back to 2001. When during their time as Listed Black, they released a 4-album EP named Songs About Girls, which included a song called Yearbook, written by Cantor, which is playing in the background right now, and was reused later on. In 2002, they disbanded when Rob and Zubin graduated high school and moved to Ann Arbor to attend the University of Michigan, where they met Andrew Horowitz, Joe Hawley, and Steve Gallagher. Together they formed a band, originally called Gallagher after the drummer Steve's surname, then 540, named after their home address. Eventually, at the beginning of 2003, they settled on the iconic name Tally Hall, which is named after an indoor shopping plaza/food court in Michigan, which featured an arcade known as Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum, which is now all that's left of the place as the rest was demolished. The band consistently played shows during this time and recorded some demos and released an EP called Party Booby Trap, a name chosen because it's a palindrome, meaning it reads the same backwards and forwards, and it featured 4 songs: Good Day, written by Horowitz, Greener, written by Cantor, Stationary Love, written by Cantor, and Ruler of Everything, written by Hawley, of which Good Day, Greener, and Ruler of Everything would later get their own studio recordings. At the end of 2003, they chose their iconic look, wearing white dress shirts and ties of a unique colour for each band member. Joe Hawley wearing a red tie and playing guitar on stage, Rob Cantor wearing a yellow tie and playing guitar on stage, Zubin Seji wearing a blue tie and playing bass on stage, Andrew Horowitz wearing a green tie and playing keyboard on stage, and finally Steve Gallagher wearing a grey tie and playing drums on stage, with all but the former also providing vocals for different songs. This distinct look was used to intentionally distinguish themselves from other college bands, and to make them clearly visually in the same group. On May 14, 2004, Tally Hall released their second EP, the Welcome to Tally Hall EP. This was sold along with their first EP at some shows throughout 2004, and featured the tracks I Know It's Just the Same, written by Horowitz, Just Apathy, written by Cantor, Welcome to Tally Hall, written by Cantor, Seji, and Hawley, Tuwav, written by Horowitz, and Hidden in the Sand, written by Hawley. I Know It's Just the Same is one of my favourite Tally Hall songs, and the true pronunciation of Tuwav is unclear as it's a play on words, being a mixture of a baby voice saying true love and the number 2 because it's about the Olsen twins. Around this time was one of the band's first big breaks, with them appearing on the WJR's Mitch Albom's radio show, where they performed Good Day live on radio. Good Day also scored the band first place in the 2004 John Lennon Scholarship Competition, which led to Horowitz meeting Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys and Yoko Ono, as well as winning $10,000. After a concert at the Pingree School in New Jersey, Steve Gallagher left Tally Hall due to commitment issues with the band, leaving them without a permanent drummer. Eventually, they replaced him with someone called Ross Federman, who went to high school with Joe Hawley. Another noteworthy event from 2004 was the release of Complete Demos, a compilation of the EPs they had made over the past 2 years, with an extra song added, called Banana Man, written by Hawley. Complete Demos was sold on CD at concerts, and was available to order online for a while, after which it was unavailable until it received a digital release in 2015 on their Bandcamp. In 2005, the band started touring outside their immediate area, gaining popularity. During this time, they were signed with the record label Quack Media to get their first album professionally recorded and produced, which is where I have to end this video. I'm planning for this to be the first video in a series about Tally Hall, so please do show support for the series by subscribing and joining my brand new Discord server, the link to which will be in the description. I wanted to mention my gratitude to everyone who helped work on the Hidden in the Sand wiki. That site was a huge help in making this video, and if you want to learn more about Tally Hall, I urge you to check it out. It's loaded with information about the band. Thanks for watching my first video. This has been fun to write, but I'm definitely dreading editing my first ever full-length video. I should probably stop talking to reduce the workload. See ya.